Hello and welcome to Cloud Expert Solutions, your one-stop cloud learning channel with premium content. This video is all about Amazon Cognito. If you have ever used a web or mobile application and clicked sign in with Google or had to create a username and password for a new service, you have used something like Cognito. In the AWS world, this is our go-to for customer identity. Let's start with the module outline. We will start by understanding what problem Amazon Cognito actually solves and why it exists in the AWS ecosystem. Then we will look at Amazon Cognito's key features, followed by a deep dive into Amazon Cognito user pool, which handle user sign up and authentication. Next, we will cover Amazon Cognito Identity Pool, where Cognito provides temporary AWS credentials to access services securely. After that, we will explain the most common Cognito access pattern, which is extremely important for AWS certification exam. We will also walk you through real-world use cases so you know where to use Amazon Cognito in actual projects. Towards the end, we will review 2 exam style questions, and as usual, we will wrap up with a quick summary and certification tips to help you remember everything easily. On behalf of the Cloud Expert Solutions team, I would like to thank you for joining us and selecting this bootcamp. Let's jump in. Let's start by understanding the problem Amazon Cognito is designed to solve. In most applications, user management becomes a major burden very quickly. First, there is the security challenge. Strong password, handling encryption, and protecting credentials is risky and highly prone to breaches if it's not done correctly. Second, there is scalability problem. Building a login system that can handle thousands or even millions of users requires significant effort and infrastructure planning. In addition to that, integrating social login options like sign in with Google or sign in with Apple, Twitter, Amazon, Microsoft usually takes writing and maintaining a lot of custom codes. All of this distract teams from building actual business features. Again, if you need to build custom authentication, then your developer had to prioritize building authentication layer instead of building actual application. This is where Amazon Cognito comes in. Amazon Cognito allows your developer spending time creating great applications, and Amazon Cognito handles user authentication. Amazon Cognito is a fully managed serverless identity service. It handles user directories, authentication, and even temporary security credentials, so you can focus on building applications instead of managing identities. Now let's look at the key features of Amazon Cognito and why it is so powerful for modern applications. First, scalability. Amazon Cognito automatically scales from a few users to millions of users without you provisioning or managing any infrastructure. Next, Cognito supports a wide variety of industry standard authentication protocols like OAuth 2.0, OpenID Connect, and SAML 2.0, which means it integrates easily with enterprise identity providers and social login providers. Security is a top priority. Cognito is security first, with built-in multi-factor authentication along with encryption for data both at rest and in transit. It also supports adaptive authentication. Cognito can detect unusual sign-in behavior like a login from a new device or a new location, and it automatically provides additional challenges to validate users' identity like maybe a CAPTCHA code or two-factor authentication. Cognito detects these anomalies using advanced threat detection features, and it helps you identify and protect against suspicious or malicious login attempts. To simplify development, Cognito provides a hosted customizable sign-in UI. so that you don't need to build any login page from scratch for your application. And finally, unified authentication. Cognito can manage both human users and machine identities using a single AWS native service. Now let's understand Amazon Cognito user pool, which are primarily used for user authentication. User pool provides a sign-in and sign-up functionality for your application users, such as users for web application or mobile applications. When a user registers or login, Cognito securely stores their user details in a serverless, fully managed user directory, and you don't need to manage any database or username password. After successful authentication, Cognito returns a JWT token which represents the user's identity, and this token is used by your application to verify who the user is. As we discussed in the previous slide, Cognito also offers a built-in customizable hosted UI, which means you can quickly add a professional login page without writing authentication code from scratch for your application. Amazon Cognito user pools comes with built-in authentication for API gateway using the JWT token, and using this JWT token you can authorize access to backend services like API gateway or AWS App Sync, which ensure only authenticated user can access your API. Another powerful feature is federated identity support or login using social identity provider. Cognito user pool allow users to log in using social identity providers like Google, Facebook, or even enterprise providers which support SAML too. So in short, user pools handle authentication, issue tokens, and makes it easy to add secure login to your application at scale. Now let's talk about Amazon Cognito Identity Pool. While user pool focus on who the user is, Identity Pool focus on what the user is allowed to access. An identity pool provides temporary AWS credentials by assuming IAM roles through AWS STS, and these credentials are short-lived and highly secure. This allows user to directly access AWS services such as uploading files to Amazon S3 or reading and writing data to DynamoDB without exposing long-term credentials. Identity pool can also support unauthenticated or guest users. For example, a user can browse a product catalog before logging in. For guest users, Amazon Cognito Identity Pool can issue a limited permission IAM role. Now let's understand this using an example. In our application, we want social login using Google IDP, and post authentication, user wants to access DynamoDB. Here is different components of our application. We have our user, the DynamoDB table, which is the backend. Here we have the identity pool, and this is Cognito user pool with social identity providers. In this case, the user first enters their login credentials into login screen and interacts with Amazon Cognito user pool. Amazon Cognito user pool authenticates the user using an identity provider like Google, Facebook, or even Cognito user pool. After successful authentication, a token is passed to the user by Cognito user pool. Then user will pass the token to Cognito identity pool for authentication. Cognito identity pool will validate the token. If the token is valid, the identity pool then call AWS STS to generate a temporary AWS credentials based on the mapped IAM role, and these credentials are then returned to the user. Then user will use this temporary credential to access DynamoDB. Please remember, in this case, these are temporary credentials and the access is strictly according to the permission defined in IAM. For the AWS certification, Cognito identity pool and user pool can be little bit confusing. So please remember this: Cognito user pool equals identity verification and Cognito identity pool equal access control to AWS resource. So do not get confused with identity pool for identity verification. Now let's review some real world use cases where Amazon Cognito can be useful. First, Cognito can authenticate both human and non-human identities. These include users, applications, microservices, or APIs using OAuth 2.0 client credentials, which is very common in modern microservice architectures. The most common use case is mobile and web application authentication, where Cognito handles sign up, sign in, and token management for millions of users. And you don't have to build any custom authentication system or even a login screen for your application. Another powerful use case is secure access to Amazon S3 or DynamoDB. Cognito allows user to upload files like photos or documents to their own private folder inside maybe a shared S3 bucket, and it will generate the temporary credentials such that you don't have to create individual IAM credentials for all your application users. Amazon Cognito is also great for serverless backends, where you can use Amazon Cognito to protect your API gateways so only logged in users can trigger the Lambda functions. And another big one is guest users or unauthenticated access. If you want people to browse your product catalog without logging in, but still need them to pull images from Amazon S3, then Identity Pool can grant them unauthenticated guest access. And finally, Amazon Cognito is widely used in B2B applications where it integrates with corporate identity systems like Active Directory using SAML 2.0 or even social identity provider, which will enable single sign-on for all your enterprise workloads. Now let's review some exam style questions. This question is saying a startup is developing a mobile application that allows user to sign in using their existing Google or Apple accounts. After signing in, users need the ability to upload their profile photo directly to a private folder within Amazon S3 bucket. Which solution meets these requirements with least amount of operational overhead? For this entire use case, the key factor is least amount of operational overhead. Now let's review the options one by one. Option A is saying create an IAM user for every mobile user and store the access keys in the application code. Option A is straight away incorrect because hard coding IAM access key in mobile application is a security vulnerability. And also this approach does not scale for thousands of users. That is why option A is not the correct option. Moving to option B. Option B is saying use Amazon Cognito user pool for authentication and Amazon Cognito identity pool to provide temporary IAM credentials for S3 access. This is a potential correct option, and this is Web Identity Federation pattern, because user pool handles who are you, that is the social login, and identity pools handle what can you do, that means providing temporary AWS credentials to access S3 bucket. This is the security best practice. So let's park it and review the remaining options. Option C is saying use an Amazon API gateway with a custom Lambda authorizer to generate S3 pre-signed URL for every upload. This will work, but this introduces a significant more operational overhead and architectural complexity than using a native Cognito identity pool feature, because you need to create the Lambda function, you need to maintain those pre-signed URLs and all. That is why this is not the correct option. Moving to our last option, use AWS directory service to synchronize social identities and map them to IAM roles. This is also incorrect because AWS directory service is used for managing enterprise workforce like Active Directory, that is not for federated social identities like Google or Apple. That is why option D is also incorrect. Option A, this is a major security risk. Option C adds unnecessary complexity. Option D is not how directory services function for social identities, and that makes option B is the correct option. Here is another one question for you to try. Please pause the video here, read the question and drop your answer with clarifications as comment to this video. Cloud Expert Solutions team read every comment and will confirm your understanding. If you are not sure about the correct answer, then I would request you to revisit the entire module and take notes as required. Now let's quickly summarize Amazon Cognito from an exam perspective. First, remember the most important distinction: user pool versus identity pool. User pool equals authentication. It manages user and issue tokens like JWT, whereas identity pool equals authorization. It provides temporary AWS credentials using IAM roles so user can access AWS service. Throughout this module, we have iterated this point multiple times because this is the most favorite exam topic for AWS. If any certification question mentions social login like Google, Facebook or Apple, then you should immediately think of Amazon Cognito. Another key exam point is unauthenticated or guest user access. This is only possible using Amazon Cognito identity pool. User pool cannot do this alone. This is also a very important point and you might see this feature in certification exam. Finally, keep these keywords in mind for the exam: JWT, YDC, user directory, temporary credentials, and federated identities. If you spot this term in a question, Cognito is very likely part of the solution. That wraps up this module. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more AWS exam preparation courses and cloud certification bootcamps. Got questions or feedback? Drop them in the comment. We love to hear from you. Thanks for learning with us at Cloud Expert Solutions. You are now one step closer to crushing your exam. See you in the next module.